Well, welcome everyone. I want you to give yourselves a round of applause for being here this evening. Thank you so much for being here. Before I begin, I'd like to first take just a few moments to recognize a few folks. My wife is here, Kiana Walker, if you would just wave, and she's beautiful. She makes me look better. Thank you for being here. Dr. Good and our senior leadership for their support in this momentous work. We appreciate you. This is a long list, so you probably don't want to clap on all of the individuals. You can clap at the end. Ed O'Reilly, my direct supervisor, he's the executive director for high schools, CCS Communications. And this could be a long list, but especially Scott Varner and Laura Florentino, our creative partners at Summerfield Advertising. You've seen some of the creative visioning on the boards, and they've done just an awesome job. I believe they're here. Andrew Summerfield, Joe Mullins, Vince Campese, and Todd King. Can you just stand and kind of wave where you at, guys? They're up at the top there. Thank you for your creative work, gentlemen. My administrative team, I have the pleasure of working with just a stellar team of administrators, and Sherry Edwards, Tanya Walker, and Tyree Pollard, and Dr. Tamara Mitchell. And then the teachers, and I want to definitely give teachers an opportunity to stand, and we can applaud. That work is so important to what we do. So if you're a teacher and you're still here, you haven't left, or they all left, they're not here? Okay, if there's a few still here. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We have the members of the Board of Education. If you are on the board and you're here today, would you just stand and please wave so folks can see you. Thank you so much for being here. Lastly, there was a few distinguished stakeholders that I'm asking to stand and to remain standing, and we have a special gift for you. Dr. Good, if you would stand and please remain standing. Elder Olumola Akinwumi, if you would stand and remain standing. Shirley Freeman. Elder Darrell Green. Cassandra Holloway. Jesse Jackson. Barbara Johnson. Aziza West and Tony West. Ori Pianki Zumbi. Imhotep. These are distinguished guests, Mr. Charles Tennant, Mary Nichols, Charlotte Favors. Please stand, Ms. Tennant. Any of those folks, are they all standing? I know I've seen some of them back there. So we have a special gift for you. Our kindergartners have worked diligently on a creative presentation of our school vision, and they asked that they be allowed to share this gift. How could I say no? And so I would like to introduce Ms. Roma Hoptamariam and Andrea Cooper, our stellar kindergarten teachers, and kindergartners, Audrey Kaba, Aris Turner, Keyshawn Babs, and Cameron Franks, along with Mr. John Peck Jr. They have a presentation that they're going to, so just bear with us, they want to hand it to you themselves. And I'm sure that the members of the Board of Education are going to want to have one, Ms. Hoptamariam, so we're going to have to work on doing a few extra. All right. Did Dr. Good get his? Somebody get Dr. Good. Don't forget, Dr. Good, wave your hand. Oh, he wants others to get theirs first. Okay. And they were so excited, they ran and showed me the frame and everything today, and they said, Dr. Walker, this is what we're going to give to him, so it's awesome. We appreciate you all. Did we serve everyone? All right, let's give all those folks a big round of applause. And if we have enough extra, let's hook the Board of Education up. Do we have enough for them? All right. Okay. So I'm going to be very brief in my remarks this evening, but I do have a few things to say. I think that this occasion is fitting for some words that would give us some vision and some direction in terms of not just where we've been, not just where we are, but where are we going. W.E.B. Du Bois said, education must not simply teach work, it must teach life. At Columbus Africentric Early College, we prepare students to live joyful, meaningful, and fulfilling lives. Our mission, to provide students with a high expectation, highly supportive, accelerated learning environment, and we want to serve as an extension center for African and African American cultural learning in the broader Columbus community. Our values, we are global, empowered, grounded, and transformational. Our attributes are love, creativity, relationships, and abundance. As indicated by our name, we are both Africentric and early college. Africentric in that, as students explore the cultures and contributions of African peoples and African Americans, they develop a deeply rooted sense of human worth and appreciation of the influences from the African diaspora and connection to the greater global community. We're early college as well in that students are expected to attend both high school and college with anticipation of earning a high school diploma and associate's degree of arts or science from our current partner school, Columbus State Community College. Our question to students, when will you graduate from high school and college? Our question to parents, how many parents in the room? How much do you want to save on college? CAEC strives to develop students who are more creative and expansive in their thinking, work better together and in teams, have better relationships, are more engaged, and have better mental and physical health. As they go on to finish college and embark on their professional careers, we believe CAEC, Columbus Africentric Early College graduates, will make many contributions to Columbus and the global community. I would now like to introduce and invite to the podium Mr. John Peck. Give him a big round of applause. Here he comes. All right, John. Stand right here. Just stand right here. All right. I would like to also introduce and come forward at this time representatives of our CAEC leadership groups, our Nubian Pearls, Real Young Men, and Early College, to lead us in our school vision and Pledge of Allegiance. Would you come forward at this time? All right, John, on your mark.
High achievement, early college for each student as we affirm the positive leadership of African Americans to benefit the global community.
Let's give them a big round of applause. Don't go anywhere yet, John. Come on back. Thank you, sir. John's a scholar and a leader. Thank you, kindergarten teacher. Or was that his mother? Okay, that's mom. I get it. All right. At this time, would everyone please stand for the recitation of the Pledge of Allegiance? John will lead us. Give him just a minute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic with which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and you may all be seated at this time. Columbus Africentric was founded on leadership principles of Mayat and community values of Nguza Saba. Our leadership principles of Mayat are balance. I will work to achieve equality. Harmony. I will work with others peacefully. Justice. I will work to set things right. Order. I am in control and organized. Reciprocity. What I give is what I get. Righteousness. I do the right things and I am proud of it. Truth, I believe in myself, and I am honest. Our community values of Nguza Saba, and I will read these in both English and Swahili, are unity, umoja, self-determination, kujichagulia, collective work and responsibility, ujima, cooperative economics, ujama, purpose, nia, creativity, kumba, faith, imani. This event we have termed Sankofa. I would like to now introduce Ms. Kennedy Azubike, an early college student and member of last year's state championship Lady Nubians basketball team, to present to us on the meaning of Sankofa.
Good evening, everyone. The power of Sankofa. Sankofa is an African word from the Akan tribe in Ghana. The literal translation of the word and the symbol is, it is not taboo to fetch what is at risk of being left behind. Sankofa is a compound word derived from the words san, meaning return, ko, meaning go, and fa, meaning look, seek, and take. Sankofa symbolizes the Akan people's quest for knowledge, with the implication that the quest is based on critical examination with intelligent and patient investigation. The symbol is based on a mythical bird with its feet firmly planted forward with its head turned backwards. Thus, the Akan believe the past serves as a guide for planning the future. To the Akan, it is this wisdom in learning from the past which ensures a strong future. The Akan believe, as we at CAEC do, that there must be movement and new learning as time passes. As this forward march proceeds, the knowledge of the past must never be forgotten. As Columbus Africentric Early College begins this transition into this wonderful new space, we are mindful of the wisdom of learning from the past to ensure a successful future. As community, staff, and students, we must be ever mindful that we don't look back to move backwards. Rather, we look back to learn, grow, and move into a more productive future, one that is brighter, more hopeful, and inspiring, as we individually and collectively seek to increase love and abundance in our world by fulfilling our potential. This is at the core of our expression of the CCS spirit of success and our campus focus on leadership.
She was so nervous. Didn't she do a great job? At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce our superintendent, Dr. He doesn't like when I say this, Dr. J. Daniel Good. He goes by Dan Good. And what a awesome privilege it is. I've known Dr. Good since he came to the district, and his support of my work, I can speak only personally, has been something that has helped to grow me as a leader, and not just him, but others that are in the room, which I'm appreciative for. I'm appreciative for this opportunity to serve in this new capacity. And Dr. Good doesn't talk a lot about his own accolades, but he recently was awarded the Champion of Children's Award, and that's a very significant award for folks that give back. So would you please give me, welcome with me, Dr. Daniel Good.
Well, thank you, Dr. Walker, and good evening to everyone. You know, tonight we've come together in a location symbolic of the transformational power of education. And first, it's really in the young people that are before us tonight. Could we have all of the students of Columbus Africentric Early College please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Go ahead and take your seats, please. We see that transformational learning and growth that happens from pre-kindergarten through graduation and then beyond to college or into a job or a career and even into the military. Second, it's the academic setting at this school and the leadership principles of Maya instilled in each student. All young people who enroll here, no matter who they are or where they come from, are transformed. and they're transformed with a desire to discover a deeper understanding of the history, of the literature, of the languages, of the proud cultures and traditions. Third, we think about the transformation of this plot of land. And many of us remember how just 10 years ago, this property was very different, sadly a haven for crime. Tonight it stands reborn as a remarkable academic facility full of endless opportunities for our students and for the surrounding neighborhoods. And that's the transformational power of education that everyone in this room tonight is a part of. I want to make certain we recognize a few individuals and thank them for their leadership and their relentless dedication to Columbus City Schools. And please do hold your applause until each of these individuals are recognized. In a moment, you'll be hearing from our president of the Board of Education, Mr. Gary Baker. Please rise when I call your name. Longstanding board member and recognized nationally as one of the board members of distinction in the United States, W. Shauna Gibbs. Another longstanding board member representing so much more than just she's amazing. It's been a long day. Ramona Reyes, please stand. And then we have, of course, newer to the board member, Judge Eric Brown, a wonderful addition to our board. Seated beside him, Franklin County Commissioner Marilyn Brown. I believe in the first row back here, I see State Representative Herschel Craig, always a champion. Please stand. Beside him, celebrating her birthday today, I believe, is the city's education director, Johnson. And let's see, I think Ken Wilson, a county administrator, you're in the audience somewhere. And I also believe Dr. Elizabeth Paul, the new president of Capital University, is here. She may have had to go a bit early. There's so many people I could recognize this evening. Certainly someone that's always been a champion for Columbus City Schools, has been a quiet confidant and mentor to me, Pastor Fred Lamar here in the front row, and one of the best dressed men in the city. So Pastor Lamar, thanks to all of you for all that you contribute. I could go through the room and name everyone. So tonight, I really hope that you've had the opportunity with them to see how we are transforming the ways we teach to better match the ways students learn. And students, you probably recognize this quickly as you explored the building, because this building combines the proven academic strategies of the past with advanced and creative utilization of space within the learning environment. Classrooms, as you saw, are no longer restricted to four walls, and young bodies full of energy aren't confined to immovable seats. And we've created impressive and inviting spaces, just like this auditorium, so that the community becomes one with us to join in our efforts. Umage. Make no mistake, it takes much more than a new building to help students succeed and to transform lives. It's the supportive voices in this community, the generous partners throughout the corporate and community sectors, and the true champions of education who make it all possible. So I hope you had an opportunity today to pick up a dispatch or even go online and read on the front page that this school has had a remarkable champion for nearly 25 years, and a man who has dedicated himself to this city and its young learners for twice that long. Everyone in this room knows that I'm talking about Charles Tennant. Charles, remain standing, please. Charles is a teacher, an administrator, a lifelong educator. He's become a close friend of mine and an advisor to many on my team and on the Board of Education. I'd like to invite Mr. Tennant to join me, as President Baker and I would like to take a moment to recognize him and his vision for this school. As they approach the stage, let me tell you a bit about Mr. Tennant. Here's a little history. Mr. Tennant was teaching at Walnut Ridge in 1993 when he first proposed the notion of the Africentric influenced education, and his voice has never wavered since. He has been dedicated to this mission since day one, and it is because of his vision and the relentless effort that Columbus Africentric Early College School was born. His most recent proposal has been the construction of a Nubian pyramid, an obelisk, standing tall in front of this campus, visible to all who pass on James Road. And tonight, I am pleased to tell you we are working on this vision. The students and the staff in the Construction Arts program at Fort Hays have been reaching out to private sector partners to design and build the obelisk. And when it's done, and we found just the right spot for it out here, we will also have a brick sidewalk leading up to it. And the first brick, for generations of students to see every day as they approach this great building, will feature the name Charles Tennant. Mr. Tennant, in honor of your dedication to this school and your commitment as an educator to all who seek to learn about this school and the history, the cultures, and the amazing contributions of the African people, we say thank you, and we offer this small token of our appreciation designed and built today by our Fort Hays Construction Arts faculty and staff. Thank you. I'll take it back now. No. It reads, Charles Tennant, a celebration of a job well done, Africentric Early College, December 6th, 2016. And you will see here to scale. Now the real one will be larger than this, but to scale is the pyramid on a lovely lacquered, multi-dimensional representation of the continent of Africa. Congratulations, Charles.
Well, it's hard to follow that, isn't it? But thank you. Good evening, students, families, employees, alumni, partners. Speaking of alumni, if you are an alumni of the district, please stand up and be recognized. Thank you. Thank you. On behalf of the members of your Columbus Board of Education, we are pleased to join in the celebration of the Columbus Africentric Early College and in the success that we know is sure to follow for our students here and staff. We know that the success of our students is directly related to the support they receive not only at home and in the classroom, but also in the support they receive from our community partners in the public, private, and nonprofit sectors. When our community invests in education, when they invest in our students, when they invest in Columbus City schools, great things happen. Just look at this magnificent facility. Hopefully you've all had a chance to tour the building, and if you haven't, we will provide that opportunity right after. After years of hard work, some of you have been involved over the past 8 years. Some of you have been involved, some as many as 28 years since we started, since this program began. We'll be ready to officially open the doors of this facility on January 4th. Yeah, you can clap for that. In addition to the bricks and mortar, there is a tremendous sense of pride. Pride in shaping the minds and careers of our students, pride in giving back to the community, and pride in knowing that Columbus City Schools and each and every one of you are truly dedicated to the success of our city's young men and women. In honor of the first Ngoso Saba Community Value Unity, let us commit to looking out for one another, working together, and making a meaningful difference in our community, shared success for generations to come. Thank you again all so much for being here. I can't wait to watch with you as our students experience great success here in the coming years. Thank you very much. I do have one final honor, and that is to introduce Ms. Shirley Freeman, one of our Africentric elders and co-chair of the school's valued Site-Based Council. Come on out, Ms. Freeman. Thank you very much.
You get a lot of attention when you've just had knee surgery. To Superintendent Good, Board President Baker, and Director Walker, other guests, and most of our supporters of the Columbus Africentric Early College, it gives me great pleasure to stand before you to say a few words about Africentric. My name is Shirley Walker Freeman. I am on the Council of Elders and co-chair of the Site-Based Council at Columbus Africentric, but most of all, my proudest thing is that I'm a volunteer. First, let me say that this beautiful, long-awaited building is a reality at last, and we should all applaud that. I would call downtown periodically, what's happening with this building? When are we starting? But the facility alone is not going to be the only thing that contributes to the success of the children. I am the grandmother of 9 current or former students at the Columbus Africentric Early College, and I have 3 more that are on their way here. Columbus Africentric Early College is a great school. I became involved with my older grandchildren, and I actually came to the building just to drop them off. I walked into the building, and this has been about 11 years ago, and I've never walked out since. The building is important because it's a beautiful space. It's spacious, it has a lot of great features and wonderful technology, all of which will help our children grow and learn. Not only will they complete this program, but they will go on to college and be successful men and women within whatever society they live. But a lot of what I wanted to say has been said, so I just crossed it off my list. But, Nguza Saba and my art principles are very important. But let us not forget the village concept. I see a lot of people out here tonight that I hope during the course of the school year and on that you come to participate as a volunteer, serve on a committee, join the PTA or whatever is needed, because our children cannot do it alone. The teachers cannot do it alone. The staff cannot do it alone, nor can the board or the director. It takes all of us to help make our children successful. They come in as babies and they go out as young men and women. Remember that this is a unique school, K through 12. So the principles that our children learn at Columbus Africentric will be with them for 12 years. And actually, now that we're going to have pre-K, it will be even longer than that. So I expect to see you. I kind of have a bit of a photographic memory, so I'm looking around to see who's here and hope to see you when we call on you to help in a classroom, to work with the PTA, to serve on site-based council or whatever. We're all busy. But if we want our children to be successful, we have to do it. I am very proud of this school. As I said, I would call downtown periodically. When is that building starting? And by the way, there's a lot of grass that needs to be cut. When I see Superintendent Good, what's happening with the school? We all need to take that position that this is important, the school is important, our children are important. This is our investment, because at some point in years to come, they will stand where we are standing now. And we want to help them along to have a strong, strong foundation, not only in their academics, which is very important. And let me say, I am very pleased with what Dr. Walker is doing in terms of academics. That is the #1 thing for him. We no longer have our meetings during the school day when we might have to have teachers involved. Education, education, education. That's the role of the school, and I am very pleased with that. But there are other times that we can do. But our children are our foundation, because at some point, someone told me tonight, we were looking at people and saying, boy, they're kind of old. Well, some of us are in that group now. And these young people at some point will be standing where we stand. And it will be pleasing to know that The Columbus Africentric Early College gave them the foundation that they needed to be successful men and women. Not just African American men and women, but successful everywhere. So to that I say thank you for this opportunity. I look forward to January the 4th, and I plan to be here to volunteer that entire week. Thank you.
In that same spirit is the Shirley Freeman that I know. They were trying to encourage her to take the ramp, take some other ways to get up here, and she said, no, I'm going to walk. And so when she says she has a photographic memory, believe me, she has one. So if you're in here, we do need your commitment, and because it does take a village, and it takes the right types of commitments. And we are going to have a high level of expectation. And I think that's important. Our mission is high expectation and high support in an accelerated environment. But it's important for people to hear that. The expectation is high. We expect the students to work and work hard. And so they know that, and we're continuing to move that vision forward. But what an exciting time. If we have any legacy students, are there any students here who have been at Columbus Africentric Early College from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade? I know we have one. If your legacy so far, thus far, if you've been at the school since kindergarten, stand up. Awesome. The kindergartners can all stand up too, right? They're all legacy right now. You may be seated. So at this point, our ceremony is concluded. We do not officially close the tour of the open house until 8:00 p.m., so we invite you to stay. Walk the beautiful facility, get a chance to go into the classrooms, experience what the learning environment is going to be like. It's a wonderful space, a wonderful opportunity. We hope that this will not be the last time that we get the chance to connect with you. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Godspeed.